Hey, welcome everyone. Welcome on this Wednesday, Big Idea Wednesday, August 16th. Welcome to the circus of the mind. Just make sure we're live everywhere. Are we live? Are we live? Looks like we're live. Anyway, today we're going to take a trip down a rabbit hole of human decision making, and let me tell you, it's a journey that'll leave you questioning your every choice you've ever made. So buckle up. We're about to explore the wild world of choice blindness. So picture this. You're handed two photos of a charming young lady. Two charming young ladies. And you're asked to choose the more attractive one. Seems like a no-brainer, right? Well, hold on to your hats. Because here's the twist. The researchers switched the photos faster than a pickpocket on a subway, and guess what? A shocking 90% of people don't even notice. But it's not just visual shell game. This choice blindness thing seeps into our daily life. Think about standing at a supermarket and you're pondering the great jam debate. You taste a couple of options, you make your choice, and then poof, they swap the jars. And here's the kicker. You don't taste the difference. Let's talk about politics, shall we? Right before an election, researchers went all sneaky and they switched up people's responses on political issues. Guess what? People didn't even notice that their opinions had been hijacked. Some folks ended up crossing party lines like it was a political game of musical chairs. But here's the kicker. What does all this choice blindness mean for us? Mere mortals just trying to make sense of our decisions? Well, strap in, because it's about to get real. You see, this cognitive hiccup isn't just a quirky party trick for scientists. No, it's a pebble tossed in a pond of our minds, creating ripples that touch all aspects of our lives. Think about this. If we can't even spot when we're handed a different jam, how can we be sure we're making well-informed decisions about, say, who we're voting for, or what we're buying? The repercussions of this cognitive bias are far-reaching. It's like we're playing chess, but our brains are secretly playing checkers and moving our pieces without us even realizing. So the next time you're convinced you got a handle on your choice, remember the wild ride of choice blindness. It's a reminder that our brains can be tricksters, leading us down the garden path while we're busy smelling the roses. It's a wake-up call to be a bit more humble about our decision-making prowess, and a lesson that maybe, just maybe, we're not the masters of our minds we thought we were. Choice blindness. It's not just a quirk, it's a glimpse into the intricate dance between our perception and actual reality. My name's Tom Coffey. This is the Coffee Nuance Show, the best censored commentary and news show live right now. Flame on. Yeah, choice blindness. This is a fascinating psychological phenomenon. It really is, and it challenges our understanding about how we make decisions and our own self-awareness about this. It occurs when individuals, right, you and me, we fail to notice a change in our choice, even when our choices are swapped with alternatives without our knowledge. So in other words, people can be presented with a choice, they make a selection, and then they're shown a different option while believing it's the one they initially picked. What's truly astonishing about this is individuals will often provide detailed explanations as to why they made the choice they're currently holding, even if it's not the one they originally selected. So, like an example of this might be, say you're given two songs to listen to, and you go, oh, I like the first song better. And then they play the second song and tell you, this is the one you chose. Why do you like it better? And right then you go, Oh, this is the one I chose? Oh, well, I like it because I like the banjo that's in it, and I like the, Norwegian rapping or whatever is in the song. Even though they're playing a song for us that we didn't choose. And it just shows how fragile our memories are when it comes to making decisions. So this phenomenon's been observed in various experimental contexts, such as preferred photos, choosing different products, political preferences. Researchers have found that people can confidently explain their decisions even when those decisions have been manipulated. Choice blindness challenges the traditional decision-making as a consensus and deliberate process. Instead, it suggests that our awareness of our choices and the reasons behind them can be malleable and subject to various cognitive biases. So this really does reveal the complexity of human decision-making and the limitations on our own introspection. So in essence, choice blindness reminds us that our understanding of our own decisions might not always be as accurate or as steadfast as we believe. It underscores the role of unconscious biases, cognitive shortcuts, external influences in shaping our choices, and the subsequent narratives we construct to explain them. So this is just a crazy idea. The example that they've used a lot is with two pictures of different women, black and white pictures of different women. And they present this and they say, hey, which one's better looking? And you go, oh, I picked the one on the right. And they say, oh, okay, this is the one that you chose. And they show you the other photo. And you just accept it. You say, oh, yeah, no, I chose that one because I like blondes. And she's got a nice toothy grin. That's what I really look for in attractive women or whatever. It's amazing that this happens. And it sounds like, oh, no, I can see this happening to other people. I can see this happening to all the dummies out there, right? They can fall for this trick, but not me. Not me. I would be aware if they pulled this on me. You're not that special. Yeah, there's a chance that you are aware when they pull this trick on you. But like I said, for 90% of participants in these studies, they were unaware that their choice was changed, and they just went along with it. It doesn't even sound like this is real. And that's why it's so dangerous. That's why it's so dangerous. And it really does tell us that why we think we make decisions might not be exactly why we actually make decisions, right? You've heard before that you make a decision emotionally and then you just kind of try to justify it with some logic afterwards, right? Well, this just kind of goes with that, right? We're not really sure why we make decisions, and a lot of times we can be tricked into what our decision was. It really is something to take note of, and that's what I want you to think about. When you're making decisions, am I really making this decision? Who's influencing me on making this decision? And this decision that I made, is it actually the one that I really made? It's really a big idea, and that's why I wanted to talk about it today. I do have a couple more stories to get to today. We're just going to roll through them real quick. First up, we got some changes happening in Germany, making it a little bit more like Amsterdam. Yeah. Well, You know, Germany is all set to loosen up its cannabis rules. They're practically turning their high society into a green-friendly garden club. They're allowing possession of up to 25 grams and letting folks grow their own plants. But remember, it's Germany, and they've still got rules for everything. You can't light up within 200 meters of a school or a playground, and you definitely can't light up while you're wearing lederhosen. And they're calling them cannabis clubs because what's more German than forming a club for everything, including getting a little high? It's like they're saying, "We want to be mellow." Well, prost to that, Germany. So Germany's cabinet has approved a plan to loosen cannabis rules, and they're allowing 25 grams for recreation and private growing of 3 plants. Members of nonprofit cannabis clubs can also grow for personal use. The legislation needs parliamentary approval and aims to start at the year end. Critics worry about judicial burden and black market growth, while some advocates find the rules a little too restrictive. European countries vary in their approaches to cannabis, from Netherlands' limited sale to Switzerland's pharmacy pilot project. So lots of changes going on over there in Europe around weed. So that's interesting. That's interesting stuff. I remember when I lived in Germany, there was no weed. None. That was something that was really looked down upon by most of the young people that I met. It was not seen the same way that it was seen in the U.S. And this was, 30 years ago. Yeah, as much of the U.S. is legalizing, decriminalizing cannabis, they're doing the same in Germany. So just thought you'd be aware of that. And next, man, this is huge news, if true. Did you hear? Fulton County DA indicted Trump for his election shenanigans, or so they claim. I mean, at this rate, Trump's legal battles are becoming a subscription service. You get 1 indictment per month, and if you're lucky, they throw in a subpoena as a bonus. But here's the kicker. Now Trump claims to have this large, complex, detailed, irrefutable report on election fraud. Oh, yeah. That's like me saying I've got a hilarious, witty, totally original, but inexplicably unshareable joke. And I'm just waiting to reveal this joke to you next week. So here's the story. Fulton County DA Fani Willis indicted Trump for trying to overturn the 2020 Georgia election, or so she claims. Trump plans to present a report to prove election fraud and get the charges dropped. He questions the timing and accuses it of being politically motivated. The investigation's been ongoing, and Trump's delayed evidence raises questions about prior investigations. So this is a big thing. Trump has said, hey, I've got irrefutable proof of election shenanigans. I'll let you see that next week. Trump is such a great marketer, right? He really is good at that clickbait stuff. Now we're going to be talking about it all weekend. What is the proof that he has? I tell you what, if you want to predict the future, the best indicator of the future is the past. We've heard, 100 times now? We got proof, irrefutable proof about the election, and then it ends up not exactly being irrefutable proof. In the same way, we keep hearing, we got him, Trump, we got him this time. Oh, we got him. We got the goods on him this time. And then that ends up not being true either. So I'm not necessarily making a prediction about what the proof is that Trump has. I'm not making a prediction about the indictments and what's going to happen to Trump. Although I think we can all agree that this is politically motivated. I think you'd be hard-pressed to find a single person that thinks that all of these indictments would still be happening if Trump was retired and he wasn't running for president, right? There's nobody that thinks that, right? Nobody thinks that all of these indictments would be happening if Trump just, he was retired and he was just playing golf down in Florida all the time. Give me a break. We all know this is politically motivated. But as far as predictions, I'm not sure, but I'm probably going with the past is predicting the future most of the time, and so probably in this case as well. So that's my prediction. I think the big report might fall a little short. And same thing on all these indictments. That's my prediction, but let me know what you think in the comments. Next up, we got a little celebration. Let's celebrate. Yeah. Madonna's life story reads like a script written by Shakespeare, directed by Tarantino, and produced by a hurricane. From Michigan to pop stardom, marriages and divorces that make days of our lives look tame, and more reinventions than a chameleon on caffeine. Her controversies could fuel a small country's tabloids. So whether she's voguing or battling bacterial infections, Madonna remains the true queen of pop and the reigning champ of raising eyebrows, even if hers are weirdly drawn on. So Madonna, born August 16th, 1958 in Michigan, rose to fame as a pop icon in the 80s and 90s. She started in dance, joined a band, and went solo with hits like Holiday and Like a Virgin. Madonna married actor Sean Penn in 85, starred in films. Her provocative style and controversies attracted attention. She's the mother of 6, including adopted children. Her 2019 album, Madame X, was influenced by Latin pop, because she can't help herself moving from one thing to the next. Well, despite her successes, health issues in 2023 postponed her celebration tour. So that is the news. Madonna is 65. Don't we all feel old now? Whoa. Yeah, I'm feeling old. I can't. Madonna at 65. Wow, that's just a check. Time keeps flying by quickly, and that's just a little reality check on that. Trying to think if there's anything recently that I've been impressed with Madonna. Not really, but I like the fact that she just keeps reinventing herself. For me, peak Madonna was like Ray of Light. 90, what was that, 95, something like that. That was peak Madonna for me. But yeah, just a reminder that, and it's a good thing, right? You keep having those birthdays. It's better than the alternative, right? Exactly. Lastly, we need some good news. We need some good news, so I got some good news for you right here. Folks, I'm reading about this remedy for nighttime leg cramps. I get that sometimes. Well, apparently the solution is hot and spicy candy, like hot tamales, yeah. Because nothing says relief like waking up in the middle of the night with a leg cramp and thinking, you know what I need? I need a fiery candy inferno in my mouth. So this is a unique home remedy for nighttime leg cramps, hot and spicy candy like hot tamales. Now, of course, there's no FDA-approved treatment for these cramps, and the effectiveness of strong flavors like cinnamon and mustard in alleviating cramps is possible. These flavors activate transient receptor potential, that's TRP channels, countering muscle contractions triggered by nerve activity. The remedy stems from research by neuroscientists who developed a drink called Hot Shot containing TRP activating ingredients. So this is kind of good news for anyone that is suffering with nighttime leg cramps. I do get that myself sometimes. Not so bad that, I'm not able to get back to sleep. And not bad enough that I think I want to get hot tamales and put them in a little in a little dish next to my bed. Because I might just eat those while I'm sleeping. If they're there, I might just reach out and get those. But this is an interesting home remedy that sounds like there may be a lot of truth to it. And as we know, not everything is vigorously tested by the FDA. It hasn't been approved. Hot Tamales brand candies are not putting in requests, not paying for studies about how they might be able to help nighttime leg cramps. But it is something really cheap that you can give a try if you suffer from this. And I always like that. I always like, something cheap, something safe that you can try. Because it may work, right? It may work. Especially with placebo. So many things work just if we believe that they work. And I think that's an important thing that we need to keep in mind. That if there are safe and effective, right? Safe and cheap things that you can do that may make things better, you owe it to yourself to give it a try. So if you suffer from nighttime leg cramps and you have tried this, let me know. Let me know, because there might be something here. And I always like some good news. So anyway, that's the good news for today. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'll be going through all your comments in the after show. That's in just a moment. I hit the goodbye music and stick around. I'll read all your comments on Rumble and on YouTube. So thanks for that. Anyway, that's all I have for you today. And when you're out there making your decisions, reconsider and make sure the decision you're making is the one you made. Anyway, until tomorrow, I'll see you then. Peace. Boom. Boom. Not a whole lot of stuff happening over there on Rumble, but we do have a number of people watching right now. So thanks for watching. Do me a favor, smash that thumbs up button if you can. Let me know you're a real person. That would be awesome possum. But Duggo always checking in, so what's up, Duggo? Nice to see you. Best censored commentary. I like it. Willful ignorance. Sometimes. I'm confused about this choice blindness thing. Maybe I meant to be on a different channel right now. But Gonzo the Good. Good big idea today. Give you a like on Rumble and YouTube. Well, thank you, Gonzo the Good. I appreciate the tip on YouTube. And that's right. I got on the good list on YouTube, so you can tip me on YouTube and on Rumble if you like. Or Natasha says, or maybe people are too polite to say wrong, quit effing with me. Well, there are ways that in this study that they alleviate that. I understand that people can be polite, but in this study that they did, they had factors in there to mitigate for that. So, Lucid, you should go work for the WEF. There we go. 3 indictments, get 1 free. Seems that way sometimes. Lucid Moment says, I'm predicting I'm voting for Mr. Trump. Well, you gotta then find out when you get there if that's what you actually do. Natasha says, I always think of pointy boobies when I think of Madonna. And the Motorola icon reminds me of that. So I think of her every time I reboot my phone, unfortunately. That's kind of funny. Yeah, the Motorola logo, I don't know if you can see. That's right there is the Motorola logo. But it does kind of look like those pointy brassieres that Madonna had in one of her phases. That's kind of funny. Now I can't unsee that. Now every time I see my phone, I will think of Madonna. Thanks a lot, Natasha. Thanks for that. Lucid says, I'm impressed she's still alive. Well, we gotta, again, more birthdays better than the alternative, right? So that's awesome. I think you should test out the hot tamales candy, Tom. I used to keep candied ginger by my bed for acid reflux and didn't just eat it for the yummies. You can do it. I agree. If you believe it, it will have a better chance of working. That's what placebo is, right? Placebo is, you believe it, it will work better for you. Natasha says, I'm only giving thumbs up if you actually read all my comments. I think I read most of them. I don't read every comment out loud, but there you go. Anyway, that's all I have for you today. I do think with this choice blindness, it's one of these biases that we have, that we think, it's one of the times that we think, oh, this happens to everybody else but not me. Right? Everybody else does it but not me. You can see it in everyone else, but you don't see it in yourself. And that's really a sign that you've been tricked. Okay? We really need to be humble, especially when we consider our choices. Did we even really make that choice? Did we? Were we manipulated in some way? Because, a lot of times that can be true. And I tell you what, you don't have to do this, but I'm going to try to be extra humble in my opinions on things, because they may have just been assigned to me. I might not have even made that decision. So it's something I'm going to think about a little bit more this week. Anyway, that's the big idea, choice blindness. And you can read more about that, link in the description. And, you can always read all my stories. I reference all stories archived in the description of the video. It was interesting, one last little tidbit. I got a strike from YouTube because they said that one of the links to my articles went to some spam or something, and it didn't. And so I had to fill out a report and explain, this is a link to an article. It was actually a Business Insider article about the story I was doing. And when it went to a human and they looked into it, they were like, oh, you're right, Tom. You're right. We're not used to people linking to articles about what they talk about. So sorry about that. We'll take the strike back. So that's one thing that just happened yesterday to me. So anyway, that's all I have for you today. Y'all have a wonderful day. I will see you tomorrow with the news. Until then, peace.